EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau. Team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 20. Five-yard line.
Get the ball.
Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
One, Omaha. 10. Hey, John, go. Hey, Mike's 42.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
11.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Garoppolo looks to throw. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
21. Here we go.
Watch out.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Two. General West.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Montrevious Adams in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do, and what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
At the 30-yard line.
We're scoreless after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Some of these play calls are a little conservative, but you know me because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 96 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They come up first and 10 at the 16. Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Well, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Check 4. Switch.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
And let's pin them in. 65. 66. Pull it high. Switch. Tighten up. Check. Fresno.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
13.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
65.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Haywood. Go ahead.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Who's on E5? Come on, baby. Hey, gun. 11. Come on, the ball. My 15. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, exit. Hey. 50 the mark.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Let's go.
That's good for 28 yards.
And the 49ers first down.
Here we go. Like 20. 21. Here we go.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 24.
Shakes 3. 218. Chopper.
On first down, here's Breida. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
One, Omaha.
42.
White.
42's mark.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, what's the 22 jet bomber. Go ahead.
Here's Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
12.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
64. Weak.
at the 26-yard line.
99. Check 99. Shit.
11.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
42. Tackle. So Mike 42. You ain't going no.
Lock.
42, Mike 42.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
lead. Get that ball.
They'll go again to Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
319.
DJ Reed on the tackle.
57. Mike, 57.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 21. Hey, let's get this. Kill.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Preston Smith on the tackle. 4 yards.
Here we go.
2nd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
21. 11. Hey, Delta.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Montrevious Adams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
61. Match box, white.
Garoppolo now. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd. Now Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
319. Check 56. I got you, son.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. They'll let this go for the end zone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was brought down by Blake Martinez.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 3. Hey, Zoo.
From the 22, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
50. Hey, gun. You. Check 31. 5.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
I'm coming after you. Mike 50. Now watch one. Two. Mike 50. Hey. Mike 7. Mike's 50.
He'll look to throw. Open man is born. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. I got you.
Now Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll get this one way up, just shy. It's a gain of 34. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Here, Mike.
Now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Boom! That's how we do it.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's good.